everybody. It's your boy Doc Holiday, and we are back again with another HBCU OverDrive live stream. As always, if you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like this stream. Make sure that you comment on the stream, see what we can do better, see what kind of subjects or what topics we can talk about, or whatever you feel like that floats your boat. And make sure that you share this with everybody, but most of all, most importantly, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to be an exclusive member, just hit the join button. Just hop out of the chat, hit the join button. All for $4.99 a month, y'all. $4.99 a month. Bro, Southbound, yes, I am putting out videos. It's my off day from my regular job, y'all. So that's um the reason why on Tuesdays I could put out videos early in the day. But if you haven't seen it by now, this is what I got going on today. It is trying to see something on here, but you don't want to. You don't want to be great. But anyway, today I have you see the thumbnail. It's Alcorn's 2023 football schedule breakdown, man. So it is what it is. I wish I could have invited G from Alcorn GA, GSPN, my bro, little bro. Would have wish I would have invited him to do this schedule breakdown for me. But probably has some stuff, other stuff going on. But um it is what it is. So I'm gonna keep putting out this content. Uh Start looking out for these video shorts that I'll be putting out on the channel. Kind of give a breakdown on what we talked about as far as is what we talked about on previous shows. And plus because like I said, um shout out to Timona. Our shows are pretty much like 3 hours long, 4 hours long. So we gotta chop this thing up to try to get it what I'm saying, to try to get it going, to try to get it to get it pieced together and to get more people to come in and to enjoy the show. So um we are on the road to 2,000. So make sure that if you can, just subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. You will not be disappointed. I just promise you. I'm looking at dead into the camera. You will not be disappointed. And also, shout out to everybody that's enjoying Valentine's Day today. Uh, I'll be able to enjoy it once the missus get off of work. But shout out to everybody that's enjoying Valentine's Day. Um, but if you don't want to be in no issues, no problems, make sure that that 5 minutes of love don't turn into 18 years of agony for you. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. 5 minutes of love turn into 18 years of agony. So let's make sure you go out there. If you're gonna do that, protect yourself at all costs. And that goes for women too. Women too. Women too. Um, but I'm not gonna keep talking. I'm not gonna keep talking everybody's head off. But give me some background music up in here. Hmm? But yeah. Um, hey, I gotta let the people know. 5 minutes of pleasure give you 18 years of heartache. 5 minutes of pleasure give you 18 years of heartache, man. They just don't know. They just do not know. Hey man, look, I'm done with mine. My one is 21, the other one turned 8 on Friday, so I'm good. I'm good. But look, I'm about to go ahead and y'all already know. Look, it's here. It's Alcorn. It is. We're doing the schedule breakdown for Alcorn University, Alcorn State University. Them Braves, them big bad Braves that you see on the screen. Now, I will give you this. Looking at their schedule, I will give Alcorn an A+ for the schedule that they put out for this season. That is the type of schedule that you will want to see other teams have, and that they can play. You test your mettle with this type of schedule, but I'm going to try to so that way I can tell you what they doing as far as the schedule goes. All right. So now, first off, we got to get it to it where you return this man right here, Agent Zero, aka Jarvion Howard, aka they call him a Purple Rhino, aka give the man the damn ball. That's what they call him at Alcorn. So you return this man, the main man, just pretty much he, SWAC newcomer of the year. He led the league. He led the conference in rushing with almost 14, I think about 1,400 yards in rushing. So I'm looking at it to where he might be able to lead the conference again in rushing again. Just in case I got the link, if anybody wants to jump in and voice their opinion, voice their concerns. But let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. So as you see right here, we do have the schedule. They do have their schedule set up. They do have their schedule set up for this season. And like I said, it is a damn good schedule, 11-game schedule. They have 5 games at home, which is a good thing. It's a good thing that they have 5 games at home. They have 6 games on the road. So that is that is a very good schedule. Let me see what you got for today. I think Coach TC already got his coaches. Southbound. I think he already got his coaches. The person who's doing those videos, I think they're doing those videos kind of late because you gotta realize he already got Jonathan Bradley that came in. Trying to figure out who else he had on it. I know it was the DB coach that he tapped in also. So he got a couple of coaches already from Alcorn that was understaffed with Coach McNair. So, and they are already in Jackson. They've been in Jackson for a minute, but the coaches is already, these coaches have already been named like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, the DB. Yeah, they got the DB coach, Coach Bradley, who's going to be the defensive coordinator for Jackson State. So yeah, those are the 2 coaches they got from Alcorn. So it's not saying that it's more coaches that they're coaching, but that they're trying to get. But I think TC he's already completed his coaching staff. And like I said, those coaches were named 2 weeks ago when signing day and the schedule came out. So the guy that's doing the videos are talking about they already tapped another coach. He's late to the party. I'm not saying that it's wrong, or I'm not saying he can't do the content, or he just late to the party. He's just late to the party. So if you see this, that's one thing I'm gonna ask. I have to ask GSPN if Alcorn defense gonna fall off. I don't think they'll fall off. I don't think they'll fall off. Um, they might have a little regression early in the year, early in the season, just because if you look at the schedule right here, they start off 2 games on the road. One is at FBS Southern Miss, and the other FCS Stephen F. Austin. What's going on, HBCU? What's going on, HBCU Band Talk? What's good? So I don't see anything. You know, they'll probably regress a little bit, but then once the season comes in, once they get rolling, then the season they'll be ready and primed by the time you will see like the Alabama State game. But you can't wait that long. Can't wait that long. So look, we just gonna go through it. We're gonna go through it. First on the list, y'all. Look, I told you they going down to Southern Miss to play the Golden Eagles in Hattiesburg. So trying to figure out the last time they went down to Southern Miss. I think the last time they went down to Southern Miss, USM beat them soundly. It was about a couple of years ago. Now, Alcorn and Southern Miss do kind of have some sort of history a little bit. And that's because Jay Hobson, who was the coach at Alcorn at the time, he took the head coaching position down in Southern Miss. He was not as successful where he was at Alcorn, but he did go down to Southern Miss, and eventually he was fired. Now Southern Miss is close to Mount Olive, so in a sense, I know they was going to try to get Steve McNair. They was trying to change him from being a quarterback to being like a DB. But we all know what happened. We all knew what happened. He decided to go to Alcorn, and you know the rest is history. So this game right here, Southern Miss is not as good as advertised that everybody think they are. They do have a great running back. He has the genes for it, which is Frank Gore Jr. So, but Southern Miss they were not that talented other than Gore. They were not that talented on offense or even on defense. But depending on how this game goes, I can have Alcorn go down to Hattiesburg and try to pitch an upset against USM. But USM is going to prove themselves to be the more worthy of the teams, and basically what's going to happen is they'll win the game, and they'll probably win about 21 or 24, 20, around that much. So I have this game being close in the first half, but USM pulling away in the second half soundly. USM with the victory, first game of the season. Hey, I wish Jackson State would play 5 games too. Like, I wish they played Southern Miss too. That would be a great matchup. Great matchup. Now, second on the list. Now, this is a home and home. So remember, last season, Stephen F. Austin out of East Texas came to Lorman and only came out of this game with a 3-point victory, y'all. They only came out of this game. In fact, let me pull up last season's schedule. That way I could figure. So last season it wasn't a 3-point, it was a 4-point game. It was a 4-point loss to Stephen F. Austin, 31-27. Now, according to Blue and according to GSPN, the difference in this game was special teams. And what we was talking about special teams, meaning that the punter for Alcorn was trash. The punter for Alcorn was so trash. Like he gave Stephen F. Austin good field position, great field position, in which they turned their field position into scoring plays. Now you have to understand, you have to remember, this game, Alcorn was leading in this game 24-10. They had a 14-point lead going into halftime. Ties was reversed because in the third quarter, Stephen F. Austin scored 14 straight points and held Alcorn to 0 in the third quarter. For the whole quarter, third quarter held them to 0. Now, in the fourth quarter, barring there was a rain delay. Remember, there was a rain delay because that game had a rain delay. Mostly all the games that were out there had a rain delay except for the OBC. But the punter for Alcorn, and by the way, what Blue said that the original punter for Alcorn got suspended academically. So the Braves is already behind the 8-ball. They were already behind the 8-ball on special teams as far as punting the ball. And Stephen F. Austin capitalized on it. Now, Alcorn returns the favor. They go to Nacogdoches, Texas. Don't ask me how you spell it and how you pronounce it. Just go along with me, y'all. They go to Nacogdoches, Texas, which is about a 2.5-hour drive from Dallas, which is pretty much probably like a 45-minute to 50-minute drive from the Louisiana border. They are going to play the Lumberjacks at Humber Bright Stadium. This game is slated for trying to figure out. This game was slated. I know this game is going to be slated for the evening time because Stephen F. Austin don't like playing in the afternoon like that because it's so hot early in the daytime. Yeah, you right, Juwan. They did lead that game 24-10, and the wheels start falling off. So all right, let me see something. But yeah, at the time that so this game is going to be in Nacogdoches. Going like either a 6 o'clock or a 7 o'clock kickoff. Now, Stephen F. Austin, they return. They don't return the same amount of players that you see that Alcorn is returning. I know they are going to be looking for a new. They are going to be looking for a new quarterback and a new receiver. So it should be a pretty much more even game for Alcorn to go into Nacogdoches and knock out the Lumberjacks and Stephen F. Austin. So I have Alcorn winning against SFA by at least 10 points. Jarvion Howard goes crazy. He'll probably get over 200 yards. and you come out with the victory. Now, third game of the season. First home game of the season now. This is against McNeese State. This is another home and home for Alcorn at McNeese State. Alcorn did go down to Lake Charles and put a whooping on McNeese State. And I think the game was 30-19, if I'm not mistaken. That game was 30-19 last season. Yep. 30-19. Jarvion Howard. Jarvion Howard was pretty much contained in this game. Now, Javante Leatherwood, which is the third back in this 3-back rotation that you'll see, had over 80 yards rushing. The question about Alcorn is who would be the starting quarterback? Because remember, you have Aaron Allen coming in. He's already he played fairly well throughout the season. He got hurt in the last couple of games. Then you see Trey Lawrence come in, and I think one game he looked like a freshman, and then against the Tigers of Jackson State, he played like he was a sophomore, junior, even though he had, butterflies. I could tell you that he had butterflies, but he was not scared of the defense. So now you pick up the QB Macon he's the transfer from Mizzou, and now you have somewhat of a conundrum. But this is going to be a very interesting QB battle for right now. And when fall practice comes, who will take the first team reps, who will take the snap, the starting quarterback under center. But to get back to this game right here, Alcorn led 21-3 at halftime, and the only thing I got upset was in the second half they only scored 9 total points, and felt like they was trying to let McNeese State come back. McNeese State scored 16 points in the second half. Defense played phenomenal in this game in the first half. And then in the second half, when McNeese was trying to make their run to kind of come back, you saw some of the kinks in the armor with McNeese throwing the ball. Alcorn couldn't keep up with some of the receivers, but luckily Alcorn did build a lead at the time where it was hard for McNeese State to come back. Plus the defense played lights out. I give that to Alcorn too. The defense did play lights out in the fourth quarter. because they only allowed a safety in the fourth quarter. Let me see. I gotta check and see on that. I'm gonna check and see. I'm gonna get back with you on that, Juwan. But on this game right here, I have Alcorn winning again against McNeese State. Have them winning again by at least 2 touchdowns again. So right now, I had Alcorn starting that season off at 2-1. Now, remember, with Alcorn is in the West Division, so they got to contend with Prairie View, Texas Southern, and Southern, and also Grambling if Grambling get their stuff together. But they are in the Western Division, so let's not forget that. Next game on the list is against those Prairie View Panthers. Now, like I said, this is the first test. This would be the first test for Prairie View. I mean, for Alcorn. And really, this would be pretty much almost the first test for Prairie View, too, because of the simple fact that Prairie View has a little bit much more of a tougher schedule than what you see with Alcorn. But even though I still say I gave Alcorn an A+ with this schedule. Now, last season was this game right here last season could have been a blowout. It could have been a blowout. And the reason why I say this game could have been a blowout, especially in the second half, because the way Prairie View came in and tried to dominate in the second half. This could have been a blowout in the second half for Prairie View. Now, what kept Alcorn in the game is the fact that although you make me lose my train of thought, Russell. What's good, man? Hey, sorry to hear that about the Eagles. Sorry to hear that. Trash. The Cowboys, man. They're talking about Eagles. Anyway. Now, get back to our regular scheduled program. Now, what kept Alcorn in this game? What kept them in this game is the simple fact that Trayvon Conley is not your prototypical pocket passer. He is an athlete playing quarterback. He did throw for 142 yards in this game, but they relied more on the running game than what you saw in the passing game. So it was something, it was something to behold. Now, what killed Prairie View was the drop pass that was pretty much wide open, and all Buddy had to do was just walk into the end zone. That's all Buddy had to do. He could just walk into the end zone. Now, I hate to say this for Alcorn, but you're not going to win this game. And I'm not saying that you'll get blown out, but you're not going to win this game. Prairie View just has too much firepower that's stayed on the team, and also that had got recruited to the team. Plus, this will be Bubba McDowell's second year at the helm as the head coach. He is still a defensive-minded coach. Remember, because he was a defensive coordinator for almost 10 years with Prairie View under 2 head coaches. I see Prairie View winning this game by at least 10 against Alcorn. And this game is in Alcorn, y'all. This game is in Alcorn. I meant to tell y'all that this game is in Alcorn. So Prairie View with the win. So that makes the standings 2-2. 2-2, and 0-1 in conference play. Now, next game on the list, them honeybees. My bad. Alabama State Hornets. So you go to Montgomery, Alabama to play Alabama State. Now the thing about this, the thing about this game, I'm gonna say, yeah, PV gonna beat Alcorn. You have to look at look at what type of schedule that they have, and then look what the players that they got. So they'll beat Alcorn. They'll beat them by 10. I'm stick to it too. So, but I'm not in Jackson. I'm gonna drink Jackson water. I'm in Dallas, bro. Come on now. Anyway, back to our regular schedule program. Alcorn goes to Montgomery to play the Hornets of Alabama State. The biggest question for Alabama State is, and it's always going to be this question: how is Demetrius Davis going to be as a QB this season? How is Demetrius Davis going to be as a QB this season? We talking about football. How is Demetrius Davis going to be as a QB this season? Hey, Michael, there's always 1 year where you ain't on top. So, but now Alabama State does return majority of their defense. They're going to be missing Bubba Adams in the middle as a middle linebacker, but that defensive backfield is nothing to be joked with. The only question I said is, how is Demetrius Davis going to be as a QB for this season? Alcorn will turn up the defensive pressure on Davis, and I have Alcorn winning this game by 2 touchdowns in Montgomery, which is a hard place to play. Montgomery is a hard place to play. So I have Alcorn beating Alabama State by 2 touchdowns. That gives them a 3-2 record. All right. That gives them a 3-2 record. And you probably, I'm gonna say it just like this: Alcorn, y'all gonna be sitting probably like at least number 2 in the West. It all depends on how other teams of the West get their ish going. Hey, first time for everything, bro. I understand where you coming from. Man. I understand where you coming from. Don't hear me. I'm just making a little prediction. Now I could go back when we do this game, when I later on in this when the season starts up and this game comes up, whatever the way, however the games between Prairie View and their opponent and your opponent, how it comes down to, then I would pretty much give my prediction around that time. And y'all could come on here and talk all the noise that you want, man, because that's just how I am, y'all. All right. But on to the next. We got Grambling. Grambling is coming to the reservation, y'all. October the 7th. That's the day before my birthday, man. So I might want to go down to Grambling. I might want to go down to Alcorn. Now, I'm gonna tell you just like this: Grambling, they might have got some good recruits, but I'm still gonna be solely concerned about the coaching for Grambling. I want to see how Hugh Jackson does in his second season as a head coach for this team. But guess what? It ain't gonna happen this season. They ain't gonna get no win from Alcorn. They're not gonna beat Alcorn this season. They're not gonna beat them this season. They might not beat them next season. And guess what? He might be out of a job in 2026. I'm just saying. Alcorn is about to put a beat down on Grambling. Because I have it like this: Grambling's gonna get destroyed by Prairie View in the State Fair Classic the week, the week prior. They come to the reservation and they'll get destroyed by them big bad Braves by at least 30. How about that? Y'all would beat Grambling by at least 30. At least 30. All right. So that makes your record. It don't matter if they own y'all. The way, contrarian, it don't matter if they own y'all. The way that Hugh Jackson is coaching and his offensive coordinator is coaching, and if they ain't got a quarterback, y'all defense is about to be eaten all day. And y'all playing at the reservation. Y'all playing in Lorman. Y'all playing in Lorman. But I'm gonna say, y'all could beat Grambling by 30. Shoot. Y'all could beat Grambling by 30. Come on now. Eddie Robinson ain't coming out. He ain't coming back no time soon. I'm just telling you this. He ain't coming back no time soon. God rest his soul. He ain't coming back no time soon. Oh, Lord. But you do win this game. I do have y'all winning this game. I'm gonna be real with you. But see, I understand where you're coming from, but I think today is gonna be a new day. Also, I got to see how Grambling does in their games, in their previous matchup. But I know this for sure: Prairie View is going to destroy them in Dallas for the State Fair Classic. They come to Mississippi. Y'all play them at home, and y'all will beat them at home. That is my prediction. I'm sticking to it. We got next on the list. Now, let's see. You have a bye week on the 14th of October, so that'll give you enough time to rest, get rid of those lingering injuries, give kids give those kids some rest, give yourself the game plan. But I'm gonna say it just like this: you go back on the road on October the 21st to play University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's a dub. It's going to be a dub for Alcorn at Pine Bluff. Now, the reason why I say that is because Alcorn is coming in with a new head coach in Alonzo Hampton. They are also coming in with a new QB. There's no Skylar Perry there no more. So the team is going to have a big turnover for this team right here. You beat Pine Bluff soundly. You get ready for Valley, and on to the next. What's homecoming? You saying the Grambling game is homecoming? The Grambling game is homecoming? Man. We'll see. Hey, Alexis, we'll see. We'll see if it's a close game. Y'all can come back on the channel and y'all can get on me because of whatever prediction that I make. I will run this show right back again, and y'all can get up on me. All right, but I do have y'all winning convincingly. I don't care what it. I ain't saying I'm sleeping on Hugh Jackson in the second year, but the simple fact that You got to go out there and get you a QB, and you still don't know who your QB is. That's the reason why I say it's going to be y'all will have beat them more soundly than what it was last season. All right. But like I said, Pine Bluff, blowout. All right. Pine Bluff, blowout. Jarvion Howard should have about 250 yards on this team running by himself. By himself. That's it. He should have 250 yards running on his team by himself. So, y'all going to blow out Pine Bluff. Next on the list is Mississippi Valley. Okay, now, y'all are playing them. Y'all are playing them at home. But Vincent Dancy ain't there no more at Valley. Vincent Dancy ain't there no more. But they did get some new blood come up in there with Kendrick Wade. I like his enthusiasm. I like the recruits that he got in. Especially if you get some recruits to come in to Edabina. You're doing some things. You're doing some things. But they do play hard. They do have a mean defensive line. And that's the best thing. That's the best thing about Valley that I like is that they do have a mean defensive line. But I think Alcorn's D-line is a little bit much, about this much better. Now, I will say this won't be a blowout, but you'll win this game by at least 14 points. You'll beat Valley by 14 points. You'll beat them by 14 points. And I have you at 6-2. 6-2 and 6-2 overall. I got to see how it is in conference, but I will say this. You will beat Valley. You will beat Valley. In fact, I got to see last time y'all played Valley. What was the score? 30-7. All right. You'll beat Valley. Beat them by at least 21 points. Beat them by at least 21 points. Now, like I said, when the season comes up and y'all come back on the show, and if the prediction is not the way I said it was going to go, y'all can come back and talk your noise on the show. I am free game. All right? All right. Now, this is the game of the year for you. Second game of the year. I take that back. Because it ain't the game of the year for you. This is the second game of the year for you. Those Southern Jaguars from Baton Rouge. They come to Lorman. They y'all stepchild. Hey, I'm gonna say it just like this. The game last season when y'all played Southern down in Baton Rouge should have been a victory. It should have been a victory last season. Y'all should have won that game last season. I'm gonna say it just like this. I said it just like this. 21-14 at halftime. And defensive battle in the third and fourth quarter, right? only problem I had was they did not switch up that play calling when they didn't switch up the play calling when it came down to it. Like you cannot, like you literally. And I understand you got Howard as your running back. He is the bell cow. He is the workhorse. He is the one that makes your engine run. I understand that, but you cannot tell me that Aaron Allen couldn't pass the ball on that weak ass Southern defense to at least you had a chance to win the game last season. Had the chance to win the game. In fact, that game was on ESPNU, if I'm not mistaken. That game was on ESPNU. Okay. Now, granted, Deshaun McCray is trash, so he's not there no more. He's not there at Southern no more. Dooley doesn't know who his quarterback's going to be. You have Alcorn has a proven QB. In fact, they should have they got 3 proven QBs. The one coming in from Missouri, Trey Lawrence, and Aaron Allen. Is just who you're going to go with at the beginning of the season. So I have Alcorn winning this game against Southern and still about to give Dooley the blues. Even if that blue is that powder blue that you see on this screen right here. I think they're confused what color they are. This will be a close game. I'll say this will be a close game. 10 points is still a close game to me. This will be a close game. Last season was a very close game. Last season was 21-17. Southern took the win with that, but I'm pretty much sure that Alcorn would beat Southern in Alcorn on November the 4th. All right. So I have 7 wins right now, 7-2. The only 2 losses that I have that I see right here is Prairie View and Southern Miss. And if I look at the scout report for Southern Miss, I might change my mind on that. But 7-2, right? That is what I have for y'all right now. For right now. Next game on the list, Texas Southern. All right. Now you go to Houston. You go down to H-Town. Play in the soccer stadium. Andrew Body comes back for his 3rd year. This team, Texas Southern team, has grown leaps and bounds. They have all those freshmen and sophomores are all now sophomores and juniors, and some are going to be seniors. They had a decent recruiting class. Now, what I did not like was how Texas Southern came to your trap and took it over. They came to the reservation on your homecoming, because it was your homecoming last season against Texas Southern. Sellout crowd. Aaron Allen threw for almost 400 yards. Jarvion had 134 yards on the ground. But he also threw 3 interceptions too. We will see about that, Mr. Frank. But I like your thinking. I like your thinking. But he had almost 400 yards, but he threw 3 interceptions. They jumped out on him they jumped out on y'all early in the game. You try to make a quick comeback. In the third or fourth quarter. So now the game was close, 14-13 at halftime. But then that third or fourth quarter, they scored 20 straight points on you. The back end of the defense. The back end of the defense really didn't get exposed for Alcorn because Andrew Body didn't throw the ball that much. They only ran the ball because they were more primarily a running team in this game. But yes, all 3 of them was in the red zone. All 3 of them was in the red zone. I had some people that was down there. They told me about the game because I was at the game in Jackson that weekend. All 3 of those interceptions was in the red zone, and Alcorn couldn't capitalize off of it. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, I see. He didn't have. He had 105 yards throwing the ball. I think he only had like 35, 38 yards rushing. But it was more defense. Like I said, the defense just jumped out on y'all because the way that you were moving the ball, the way that Alcorn was moving the ball against TSU, the game should have been more of a blowout in this sense. So I talk my ish about that, but I would say this: I do have Alcorn winning this game too. I'm about to say lose. I have them winning this game. The only reason why I said winning this game, Texas Southern lost a lot. Their defensive backfield is pretty much almost gone. Raheem Fuller is gone. Zay Hamilton gone. The DBs are young, so whoever the quarterback is going to be for Alcorn should have a field day with this defense. And especially if Texas Southern is playing that crappy ass 3-3-5 stack defense. And if Alcorn's defense can actually stop Andrew Body, I would stop him more on the ground than in the air because in the air he's not too much proven in the air as throwing the ball, but he is dynamic when he has the ball in his hand. He's running. But I also, like I said, I have Alcorn winning this game right here. I say you beat them by 21. Go back to Lorman. And get yourself ready for the Soul Bowl. Get yourself ready for the Soul Bowl, y'all. Get yourself ready for the Soul Bowl. All right, now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Contrarian. CT, let's talk about it, all right? I'm a Jackson State alum. Always forever will be. D I love. All right. But y'all defensive line gave us fits, gave us hell last year. The the main thing was having Shedeur Sanders as the QB for Jackson State. That was the biggest difference between Alcorn and Jackson. Shedeur being the QB for Jackson State. Now he done went up to the Wizard of Oz with Glenda and the Good Witch. He went up there with his daddy, with his pappy. Siberia, America. And I gotta say this. We won't know who our QB is until summer camp starts. All right. We won't know who our QB is until summer camp starts. I'm going to say this. The game we saw last season, 24-13, Jackson State. It's going to be just like that again. It's just going to be just like that again. Y'all going to come up to Jackson. We're going to beat you like you stole something, send you back down to the reservation, and then guess what? You're going to come right back to Jackson and play in the SWAC championship game, and we're going to beat you like you stole something in Jackson, and we heading to the A. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there, y'all. I'm just putting it out there. Now, I will say this. Y'all will have a great season. Y'all be 8-3. Y'all going to be 8-3. I'm going to say it just like that. Y'all be 8-3. But you're losing to Jackson twice. Russell, that answers your question right there. They lose it to Jackson twice. It don't matter. Michael Jones. You lose it to us twice. But like I said, y'all are going to have a great season. All right? Y'all going to have a great season. Y'all end the season off 8-3. Go to the SWAC championship game, lose 8-4. That's not a bad season for Alcorn. That is not a bad season for Alcorn. But of course, according to y'all, it's gonna be it's Alcorn by 40. Is that what y'all say? Is this how y'all say it? Alcorn by 40? But I like the way you think. But like I said, this is just a schedule breakdown. This is just my predictions. We won't know everything until the transfer portal opens up again in May. So remember that. Y'all remember that. Portal opens up back in May. And the finalization of all the rosters won't know until probably like summertime. And then we'll figure out who's going to be the QB, or actually pretty much majority of all teams, except for the ones that actually had the QB that played last season that came back. But it was cool doing this breakdown with y'all. I I love the energy, the trash talk, the you know what I'm saying, just everything about it. Um, it was cool. Uh, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. All the Braves, the Braves fans came up in here, the ones that rock with the OverDrive crew. Uh, check back later on today. I'm probably gonna put out some more videos from previous shows. Um, trying to get some more feedback from it. Also, make sure on tomorrow, trying to figure out if I do a show tomorrow, I will let everybody know by tonight if I do a show tomorrow for Wednesday. But best believe I will do a show on Thursday, and Thursday's breakdown will be Southern. I'll do Southern's schedule breakdown, and we can get a laugh, or we can see are they big shit. But Southern's schedule breakdown will be Thursday afternoon, so tune in for that. It'll be the same time, 2:15, 2:30 around that time, and probably next month on the real next month I'm gonna do some me. I'm gonna do the me ass schedule for you, Russell. For you, Russell, I'm gonna do me ass schedules. That way, oh no, Southern, Southern. Look, I'm from Texas, Southern, Southern. Yeah, the school that is confused about which blue is supposed to be theirs. They don't know if they dark blue or Columbia blue. You know. Well, hey, Michael, I'll be to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If if Hugh Jackson don't have a quality QB to come in this season, I'm telling y'all will beat Grambling. Y'all will beat Grambling. And depending on how Prairie View plays and how Trayvon Conley plays will determine how the outcome of the game will be. Because you have the pieces in place. You got some QBs that can actually sling the ball around. You got your workhorse running back. You got a defensive line that is no joke. The only thing that's suspect is your defensive secondary. That was kind of suspect. I give you that. But if Trayvon Conley has even a terrible game, even a terrible game, you will come out as victors in this game. All right. And I'm putting that on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Miss Sabrina, I actually have thought about it. I have to go through I have to try to go through the SID, try to talk to them. I've already hit up TC. He told me I got to go through the SID, but I'm going to start doing some more interviews, pretty much with players. So just now with Jackson State, try to get some with all around. We were trying to get Coach Wade on the show last night. I probably fell through, but he was in Chicago as far as promoting the Chicago Football Classic. Um, but I will want. I'm trying to get some. I'm in the works. Getting some people to interview again. So I'm in the works. So I got you though. I got you, Miss Sabrina. Make sure you become an exclusive subscriber to the show. $4.99. Look, I'm doing schedule breakdowns. I ain't worried about the Celebration Bowl. Celebration Bowl, December the 16th. Okay. I ain't worried about that right now. We just gonna do the schedule, see how y'all what y'all schedule is going to be like, especially South Carolina State because I know trash. I know Juwan. Yeah, they sudden to lose. They sudden to lose. Hey, I know, man. I know. Look, look. Hey, you. Hey, I know how it is, man. I know how it is. We gonna do some trash talking. We gonna have some fun when the season get ready to come around the corner. We gonna have a whole bunch of fun, man. We gonna have a whole bunch of fun. So, uh, I will say this though: do not expect me to be on the show Friday night. If I do, it'll probably be a little bit quick show. But Saturday, I would probably be late because that's my baby girl's birthday party. She's turning 8 on Friday. We're having her birthday party on Saturday afternoon. So I am going to be in daddy mode this weekend. If the Alcorn Jackson State play for the SWAC championship game, where would the game be played? I say in Jackson. I say play the game in Jackson. Cause cause I'm gonna say it just like this. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. The SWAC championship game should be played in Jackson, especially if Alcorn. Let's just say Alcorn is the home team, right? That game should still be played in Jackson. Y'all literally could get like 25, 30,000 people to come up in that stadium off top, off top. I will, Juwan. Oh, already. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. But if it's played at Alcorn, man, it's played at Alcorn. Y'all got to stack the seats. Y'all got to get at least about another 15,000 seats up in there. Y'all know how deep we gonna come up in there. Come on now, BT. You know how deep we gonna come up in there. We ride deep, and you know we ride deep. Come on, but we won't know until that day comes. But um, thank y'all for rocking with me today. Like I said, I will be back on here probably either tomorrow or Thursday. Um, might do a show on Friday, and then Saturday will be late. So I will do a show late Saturday. So that I'll be in dad mode. um, and while you at it, come check your boy out. If you stay in the Dallas area, I am I do embroidery at Lids. So I work at the Galleria Mall, the Lids Locker Room in Macy's Galleria. I also work at the one on the Lids store on the third floor. If you want to see, check out my hat. All the designs on it right there. This is done by yours truly right here. So if you got a business with a website or anything like that, you want a hat done, come check us out. Come check me out, man. I get you right. I get you clean. We not worried about FAMU. We not worried about FAMU. FAMU lose the first game to us, they got to be playing catch up again. So we're not worried about FAMU. Nice try though. Nice try, Russell. Nice try. But we ain't worried about FAMU. But um, if you haven't done by now, like we're still doing crowdfunding for BCU athletics. This is for the football team. Cash App handle is right below. Make sure if you can donate 5, 10, 20, 10, 50, whatever, however much you want to donate, you can donate because it's all about the kids, y'all. It's all about the kids. The SIP SWAC championship game will be very nice. It will. I'm gonna say this for at least one day. It will kind of get rid of all the distractions that's going on around the state. It would get rid of all those distractions going around the state, and we could just enjoy one day where two historically and predominant powerhouses meet up in the SWAC championship game. Hey, we just have to see though. We just have to see. All right. But until then, man, I'm your boy Doc Holiday. This has been another HBCU OverDrive live stream where all HBCUs matter. Please remember to like the stream, hit the comment section, like the screen, hit the comment section. It helps the algorithm. Also, share this with everybody. Share this with your folks, all the Alcorn people. Share all this with your Alcorn people. Make sure that the most thing that you need to do is subscribe to the channel, become a member of the hottest HBCU podcast that's on YouTube right now. I do simulcast on Saturday nights with Tomona, aka She Loves D. That is our show, Saturday Night Live with Doc and She Loves D. That is on Saturday. And I'm going to be doing some more things coming down the pipeline. I got a lot of more things coming down the pipeline. So y'all just be ready for it. Be ready for it, all right? But give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. But until then, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Most of all, y'all stay dangerous. Peace.